Hey guys, it's Amanda and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is another Copic marker time-lapse video and I am coloring this illustration that was based on a photograph I found on Twitter. I'm going to go ahead and insert my reference picture right here, and just full disclosure, this was heavily referenced from this picture, but there was a specific reason that I chose to reference this picture, and so I kind of wanted to explain that a little bit. First and foremost, I don't really draw a lot of characters with darker skin tones, and that was one of my 2017 goals to change. I want to challenge myself and I want to draw more diverse characters and kind of just overall expand the types of characters that I draw in my art. I want to draw more male figures and more figures with different skin tones and hair types and just different backgrounds. Basically, I want to diversify my content a little bit. I tend to draw a lot of females and I tend to draw a lot of females with a fair complexion. So that was one of the things that I was working on challenging myself with here. And then an additional challenge was working with a more limited color scheme. As you could tell by the reference photograph, the color scheme was very limited. It had a lot of neutral tones and then a lot of yellow and then a few pops of blue as well. And I really just thought that whole color scheme was very striking, and I love it a lot. Yellow is one of my favorite colors, and I definitely think it suits this piece very well, which made it a lot of fun to create. I did make a few minor changes to the piece, just sort of stylistic choices. But it basically, it looks a lot like the original picture, and so I just kind of wanted to like get ahead of the comments a little bit and just say, hey, I did reference this, but I am openly admitting to it, and it was mostly because this is a great form of practice for me, as well as a very quick and fun illustration for me to post and show for you guys. Yeah, I'm in the process of moving right now, so I definitely needed something that I could just sit down and crank out, and you know, it works, like I said, for me as a form of practice because this isn't something that I normally do, but it also wasn't too detailed or time consuming. This maybe took me an hour to color, maybe an hour and a half start to finish, including the whole sketching process and everything. So I'm pretty happy with the end result, especially considering that it didn't take me very long. It's not a very large piece. As you can tell, it's maybe 6 by 6 inches. And this is on the Crescent Render No Show Through paper. Still not sure how I feel about this paper. I definitely liked working on it more this time than in previous times, but it's just different. And one of the biggest downsides to it is that I cannot transfer images onto this paper using a light box because it's a no show through paper, and if you show light behind it, it doesn't show through as clearly as it would with other types of paper. So that is the biggest downside that I find. But all in all, I really like it to color with. The colors blend very evenly, and I have no complaints about how it works with markers, but just sort of my entire sketching process, it's not my preferred method. I don't like to sketch directly on the paper. At least I haven't done that a lot in recent years, just because I like to sketch sloppily on a different piece of paper and then transfer a neat sketch onto a nicer piece of paper to color. But that's just getting kind of nitpicky. Just a couple more things just to kind of update you on what's going on with me and sort of why you may see some smaller, simpler videos in the coming weeks. I'm in the process of moving, and I'm also in the process of going through my graduate interviews for my master's programs, and so there's just a lot going on right now. In fact, while you're watching this video, I will have flown out to attend a school interview. I'm not going to say which school it is just because, I don't know, I feel like that's kind of like personal information, and I don't want to like disclose all of that. Obviously, if and when I get accepted to my schools, I will disclose that to you guys and tell you like the city that I'm moving to, but I don't really feel comfortable doing that right now, so I'm going to hold off. But I'm in the process of moving to a different city right now. I'm going to be moving to a different city again in a few months, and it's just a lot. So you know, amidst packing up my entire current apartment, I managed to get this illustration out, and I don't really know when I'm going to have a lot of free time, so it's going to be a lot of smaller illustrations for a little while, so I'm just asking you guys to please bear with me and be patient. I do want to do some more full color, large scale illustrations very soon. It's just going to depend on how soon I can get my workspace set up. Also, I will be doing an updated workspace tour when I get my workspace all set up, and I'm very excited about that. The new apartment that I'm living in, I will have kind of a whole room to set up my desk and everything, and I'm really excited to have that. I think that it's going to be really great. There's also a lot of natural lighting in that room, so I'm very excited about that as well. I'm also going to be looking for a new job, because when I moved to a new city, I had to leave my old job, and that it's really bittersweet, because I loved my old job and I loved my coworkers so much that they were what made my job so great. So I'm gonna have to find a new job, and I don't know, it's gonna be a lot of changes at once, especially I think just all throughout 2017 there's gonna be a lot of changes, and I can't really say for sure where I'm gonna be, you know, a year from now. So, you know, as a person who likes to plan ahead a lot, that's a very weird feeling, but I'm just kind of trying to work through it. And yeah, obviously you guys will kind of experience it with me, because my channel is where I go to vent, and so you guys will follow along with me, I am sure. But yeah, the video is kind of coming to an end. I decided to title this piece Honey just because of all of the gold and yellow tones in it, and I think that that name is very fitting, although it does totally serve some Beyonce Lemonade vibes, and I'm kind of into it. I think it looks really cool. But anyway, here's a look at the finished piece. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week with some brand new videos. Later!